Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a product review and it's for the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca Remix Eyeshadow Palette. You can get this at Sephora. And I wanted to do this video because Sephora is going to have a friends and family sale starting tomorrow, Friday. So I wanted to show you one of the items I got last week during their Rouge sale. So this is it right here. And it comes in a plastic box like this with an insert with some looks that you can do. And then this right here. So it makes a really good gift. This is actually $59 and it says it's a $110 value. And then let's get right into the palette. So the palette itself kind of has this old throwback feel of a record. I don't know if you guys remember that. And then it has this nice embossing of the name of the palette. Then on the back, it has all of the colors. There are 24 colors, and they describe it as highly bold shades, remixed from Kat Von D's fan favorite, Mi Vida Loca. So let's open it up. So I'm going to flip it right back, and then I'm going to slide them out. And the reason why I purchased this was because of the bold colors that are on the outside. And I know a lot of you guys like the neutral colors, which I thought was really smart for them to include that in here. So like if you were interested in color, kind of unsure, you always have these nice great neutrals in the middle to kind of convince you to purchase this palette. So for me, I was like, oh, of course I'm going to purchase it because it has mattes and shimmers and all kinds of great finishes. Even let's zoom into the palette here. As you can see, it has the famous KVD, and then this is actually separate. So you're going to need to keep this top part to store your eyeshadows, or you can depot it, but it's just so nice. You probably don't want to do that. It's not really something you want to travel with, but it's definitely something that's fun to keep and have, even as like a, I don't know if you want to say souvenir, but just as a keepsake. So let's go over the colors here. I know a lot of people have been doing the swatches with the finger and then kind of showing you guys, so I guess I can do that as well, and I can do it with or without primer. So let me know in the comments if you want to see primer swatches or without primer. In this one, I will do it without so you guys can see. So we'll start off with red, and that one is called Destroyer. Okay, so we're going to start off with Destroyer. You can see that it's almost like a red strawberry-ish color. Now this one right here isn't as pigmented as others. I always think reds are a little harder because you have to build it, and then if you want like a real intense red, you have to use ingredients that are not vegan. So that's why sometimes reds you have to layer, not just this one, but pretty much a lot of the reds that you will come across. Then the next one is Swoon, which is a pink. You can see how beautiful that is. You just kind of want to rub that in, pretend it's your eye, kind of get that feel. And you can see how this color is really bold yet matte. Now this one right here, like I said, is a little but that's because it's red, so I'm not surprised. The next one is Love, and this one right here is a frosty pink. And I keep getting text messages. Okay, now we're going to move on to Anthem. You want to rub that color in, especially when you're using your fingers. You may want to use a brush, especially when you're doing it on your eye, because you're going to get that pigment and you're going to blend that into your eye color, your base. Since it's just kind of plopping it onto my skin, I'm not really able to get it in and get that true color unless you go back and forth. See, because it's a loose pigment, and then you just press it down. Okay, the next color is a softer color. It's like a lilac, and it's called Muse. This is also a matte, and it's such a pretty little color here, almost springtimey. And then we're going to move on to Echo. This is the one where I mentioned it's like matte with glitter, so you could see it there. So I recommend when colors are matte with glitter, you should pack it down. Like first do whatever blending cut crease, and then just pat it down a little bit to get that glitter on there. Then we have Dark Wave. I'm just going to move that pigment. And this one right here is a little bit more It's not so in your face, it's a little bit more of a muted blue. Pigmented but muted, so don't get that confused. I know sometimes I look at it in a picture and I'm like, eh, but it's actually pigmented but muted, so it's not as intense. Then we have the next color. This one right here reminds me of MAC Electric Eel, you know, that real popular bright color. And then we have Hyper Ballad. I love this one right here. You can see. So you just want to blend that color in. Really, I mean, these colors look bright in the container or the packaging, but it's actually very wearable. Just mix a little black too if you'd like to get that real true depth to the color. And then we have Lemmy, which is a frosty green. And we have Misfit. And then moving on to this fun color, super springy, called Vinyl. And that'll probably be the last one I could swatch on my arm. I'll have to clean it up. But there you have it. Half of the color wheel here. We've got a couple more yellows and oranges to go. So let me move my arm up. This is kind of gold, kind of yellow. Gorgeous inner corner color. And then we have this buttery looking yellow. Yellow's a tricky color to really get, you know, like high pigmentation. I haven't really seen a lot of yellows that are super perfect, I guess you can say. This one right here, you just have to brush it back and forth with a brush and it's fine. But initially you're probably gonna be like, eh. And then there's Analog, which is a matte wearable orange. Beautiful. I wouldn't say it's a crease transition color because it is a little more orangey, but if you mix it, it's a perfect color because it's super warm. There you have all of the colors. Okay, let's move on to, we'll flip over my arm and we'll move on to the inner color. So this one right here is a highlighter, Skulls. You can see it's frosty. It's a very nice highlight color. Maybe you're going out or something because it is frosty. And then we have Lyric, which is a little bit more on the pearlish side, more cream. You can tell the difference. And then we have this color, which I'm sure people are going to use this down to the pan. You can't even see it on my hand. That one is Strutter. And then we have Noble, which is, I bet you, another color that everyone's going to just use right down to the pan. And then we have Molder, which is a cream color, great highlighter. And then we have Vox, which is a chocolate brown. You can see that it's not like a warm brown, it's a little more ash to it. And then finally, we have Black Metal. You can see that, bam! I don't have any primer on, so these are all of the colors so you guys can see in its entirety. Okay, so here is the palette. I really like this layout right here. I see a lot of rainbow palettes and I don't like them because it's not like soothing to the eye, it's not harmonious, but this right here is beautiful because it goes from red, orange, to yellow, to green, to blue, to purple. And if you're trying to think of like complementary colors or trying to do something a little bit different, you can wear the red to the green, or you can wear blue and orange, you know, complementary colors. Think of like basketball team jerseys kind of thing, you know, and then, hey, I want to wear purple with a little green. Like, if you go across, you'll always have the perfect like combination of some bright colors. And I just realized I did not swatch this one. So pretty. How did I miss that? Okay. Do that right here. Wow, it's probably a really popular color. Another one that's going to hit pan. That one is Harpsichord. Okay, there you have it. This is the Kat Von D eyeshadow palette. I highly recommend it.